Okay folks, good afternoon. Here's the latest instrument to come out of my workshop. To some of you that know about banjo ukes, the case will give it away because it's got this faux or fake snake skin or crocodile skin. And inside here is a Keech banjo ukulele made by the maker himself, Alvin Keech. Now Alvin Keech has his little signature on the back to show that it was him who made it, as usual. And on the front it's got the Keech little logo here. Underneath that it's got the word Banjo-lele, which he patented, and so he's the only one allowed to call his banjo ukes banjo-leles. How this came about was he originally was making these, the standard ukuleles. Very nice they were too. And some agents for some of the performers around at that time got in touch with Alvin Keech and said, look, these aren't particularly loud enough playing on the stage. Could you come up with something that would give it a bit more volume? So what he did, he used the stringing of the ukulele, except he put it into a small banjo. And because it's got a venom or skin on it like a banjo, you get more volume. And that's how he came up with this. I would advise anyone into banjo ukuleles to sort of make sure they have a Keech amongst their collection. It does have a unique sound, and the reason it has this unique sound is that underneath here, underneath this back plate or resonator, there's a little wooden drum, and this wooden drum presses against this skin here, and this gives the sort of sound that used to come out of a sort of wind-up record player. Quite unique. I can always tell a Keech even with my eyes closed. And the other good thing about having this plate and a drum in, there's two ways of adjusting this tension of the skin. You can either do up the bolts in these gaps, or you can just tighten up these outside bolts to press up against the skin, so that's quite easy. Now what I did with it in my workshop was I took out the tuners and I drilled the holes slightly bigger, like slightly countersunk, so I could fit brass washers inside these holes, so these now work smoothly and they hold the tuning. Very important on banjo ukes that the tuning, that's where one of the big problems with these instruments are, but this works really nice. Under where it says Banjo-lele, it has a patent number, and I can tell from that patent number this was made in 1924, so it's one of the first ones. Also there's a number on the back of the neck here, and before this number there is a letter B. Now Keech made an A model, a B model and C model, so this was the B model, obviously slightly better than the A model. And the nice one about this B model Keech is that the rim here, sometimes they call it the tone ring I suppose, but this ring here is made of wood. Sometimes they're made of metal, but I prefer them when they're made of wood. You get a slightly more mellow sound. The more wood and the less metal, I think, makes them sound nice. That's what I don't like about the modern ones, too much chrome and brass and nonsense with it. Okay, what else? Oh, the other thing I did with this, very important with banjo ukes, is the action. That is the height of the string above the drum, and this is to enable you to fit a 1/2 inch bridge. If the bridge is any lower than 1/2 inch, it usually means the action was too high and they haven't adjusted it properly. And the proper way to do it is by the angle of this neck against the drum, and that gives you the correct action. What I do when I sell these, I also provide some extra bridges of different heights so you can vary the action. And also I put a lovely new skin on this, really nice thick vellum that will outlive you, outlive me, and outlive my kids, and outlive their kids I should imagine as well. What else is there to say? Got a nice bit of inlay around the side. It's all pretty original, in very nice condition, no wear on the fingerboard. I've sort of cleaned up the frets as well, so it's nice to play. I did one little cosmetic job, I don't know whether you can see it, but just on the top here, a bit of veneer had come off, and I replaced that. But it's hardly noticeable, and looks quite sweet really. And whoever buys this will have a lot of pleasure with it. It's going to be on eBay, so have a look on eBay. If you have any problems with any banjo uke or thinking of buying any, I don't mind giving you any help whatsoever. Fantastic little instruments. Should give you years and years of pleasure. You never see anyone playing a banjo uke looking miserable. Even when it's raining. Alright, sorry for doing the same old song that I do, but it does sort of show off the uke in the best way. I'll do one of my dad's little songs to show how it goes. Thanks very much. Good luck if you're bidding on it. See you later.